Power bill through the roof? At 320 Solar, that power bill will be no more. In fact, about 90% of our customers report lower solar payments than with electricity. That's more power in your pocket. 320 Solar. Power up. Going solar with 320 may cost you nothing down. But the work we do is not a $0 job. With a 10-year roof penetration warranty and solar panels guaranteed for 25 years, you can have peace of mind knowing you will do the job right every time without question. 320 Solar. Power up.
You're now in the Sports Web, a sports talk show for the hardcore fan. Bring your passion, bring your excitement, just don't bring any nonsense. Well, that's more like it, isn't it, Bucs fans? Bucs are leading at halftime against the Carolina Panthers, 21-0. It's the Sports Web live on Bucs Report. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. Blake Anthony of Sports Talk 49. Let's look at it, gentlemen. Brady, 17 for 23, 198 yards, 1 touchdown, and he got it started off with that pass to Mike Evans. We talked about it. Chris Godwin being out of this game. Evans had to step up. 1 pass, 50 yards, put them in position. Looked like Scotty Miller had something. He dropped the pass. Ronald Jones gets the touchdown. A great start by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week.
They finally have a defense on the run a little bit. They went to the pass early like we were talking about, and it hasn't quite yet opened up the run. We saw Rojo with the nice touchdown, but then Blake, we saw Rojo make a pretty big mistake there in the second quarter, didn't we?
Yeah, absolutely. He didn't put the elbow up. Most guys know the elbow's got to go up to the quarterback side. If your elbow's down, ball lays on the ground. Pretty premature in Pop Warner. And speaking of the stats of the game, let's look at something what's a key part besides turnovers, which is 2-1 right now. Well, I would have been happy if it would have been 2 to no turnovers, but we'll go with the 2-1 right now, see if the Bucs can get some more. But the key stat I like is the 5 for 8 on third downs. That's the part I like the most. 5 for 8 on third downs. Panthers are 2 for 5 on third downs, and the Panthers have a total of 109 yards on offense versus the Bucs 230.
We also talked about here, Blake, where if you had a play, you had to make it. Jordan Whitehead early in this game, bad pass by Teddy Bridgewater trying to make a play. Jordan Whitehead makes the play. That's good. Didn't do that last week. We said he had to do that. He did it. Gives the Bucs the opportunity and 14 points off of those 2 turnovers.
Absolutely. And now the perspective changed. The Panthers kind of look like the Bucs last week. Now your running game comes out. Now you're worried about Christian McCaffrey being a pass threat versus a run threat, which is a little bit more easier because you don't have to worry about him running between the tackles. Excuse the noise. It's a raffle going on back there. But you said now it simplifies their offense. Look for more quarterback hits. Look for some people getting some sacks this week that you didn't see get this week. As you saw, Antoine Wilfield already got a strip sack, and Jason Pierre-Paul with a sack and a fumble recovery.
And you also had Ndamukong Suh with the sack, so that's 3 sacks. That's what we were looking for, and the reason why you have a Teddy Bridgewater, he doesn't turn over the ball, but what you do is if you put consistent pass pressure on him, you force him into those throws, and once again, you forced him into that throw with Whitehead taking advantage of it, and then Winfield, the second-round rookie out of Minnesota, coming up, making plays that the Bucs drafted him for.
Yeah, and it's like not only do we have I always say the great front end makes up for a weak back end, but in this game especially, you're seeing the Buccaneers secondary and the defensive backs are making themselves a presence, and they're actually seeming to dictate the tone of the offense for the Carolina Panthers. And the rest of the offense, you got Dev Levante and you had White in there, and they seemed like they were being a little over aggressive. The D line is staying strong, but again, that secondary being a presence is going to take the Bucs a lot farther this year than they did last year.
Going back to the VOV, of course, victim of volume. And look at his statistics, 5 for 16. Blake mentioned it with that fumble. If you fumble the ball, you're not going to get many carries. And I look at Leonard Fournette being more incorporated into this offense, not only in the rushing game, but also in the passing game. Nearly scored on the touchdown, but scores his first touchdown in his Bucs career. 6 for 20, 1 touchdown. Jones with 1 touchdown. So both of those guys, and I think it comes down to this, not only Ray and Blake. The fact of the matter is whoever has the hot hand, that's who the Bucs are definitely going to run with.
Yeah, they definitely seen the favorable matchup. As I told you before, they like to run that 3-3-5. They like the matchup with the rookie Chin. He's been getting victimized of a lot today, which he got beat by, as you mentioned earlier, Scotty Miller dropped a touchdown, which ended up leading for a touchdown to Ronald Jones. And they seem to like that matchup. Who Chin is over. I'm looking forward to seeing Gronk get more involved in this offense here. He's been kind of quiet so far. I'm looking forward to seeing that more coming here in the second half.
Absolutely. We're live from the Deck Bar and Grill in Isla Day. So I'm your host, Peter Blake. Join the 65,000 following we have here on Facebook, powered by 320 Solar. Of course, we're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and that Twitch channel we call Bucs Report, which hopefully has one more viewer than we have every night.
My mom got her neighbor to watch on it.
There you go. 21-0 Tampa Bay over the Carolina Panthers. So key to the second half for the Bucs to maintain this. Continue your offense. Do you go conservative or running the ball, or do you keep on airing it out? Because look, Evans looks like he's in the zone. He looks like he's definitely healthy. Once again, 5 catches for 91 yards, a 23-yard touchdown, which is good to see. So do you keep the pedal on the metal?
Yeah, and I think the key for me is, and Blake pointed it out in the first half there, is that Rojo's still running more east and west than he is north and south, whereas Leonard seems to be running it straight north and south. So I think that you're talking about the hot hand. I think it's going to depend on if Rojo's going to hit those holes.
Leonard right now.
Yeah, or Leonard's going to be the one in there because he's the one that's running it straight north and south.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, the show is brought to you by MyCannabisCard.com. Can't forget the sponsors here. The food is great today, hasn't it been? The weather's been beautiful.
We ate wings and burgers. We got a duck swimming in a pond right here. Where else are you going to get this?
We got Alexander over there. I tell you what, let's go out to the webheads, read some comments really quick, and then we will wrap this puppy up as the Bucs are winning 21-0 at halftime over the Carolina Panthers. A great first half. Byron adjusts his play calling. Great first half. Cannot get complacent. I agree with that. Cornell, go Bucs. Justin says, foot on the gas.
Hey, can I step in real quick? Peter?
Sure, go for it.
I want to make a bold prediction.
Are you whispering sweet nothings in my ear? Don't do that. Go ahead. Bring that passion, man. Come on. What do we say?
The quiet storm.
Bring the passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. Go ahead. Come strong to that mic.
I want to give a crazy prediction. I want to say, with the success of the offense, I want to say you might see a Keyshawn Vaughn sighting.
Oh.
You might see a Tanner Hudson sighting. If it gets
Oh.
crazy. I think one of those two get a touchdown.
How about a Blaine Gabbert sighting?
How about no?
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you have a Blaine
It's
Gabbert
possible.
signing, but look, keep on winning this game the way you're doing it. Cut down on the turnover. You don't have one turnover in this game. Is it me or Jaden Mickens on punt returns looks so
scary?
Yes.
Yes, the word
sketchy.
scary.
Sketchy is the word I'm looking for him to catch the ball confidently, come back there, try to get a return out of it. You don't see that enough. Is there a possibility eventually, if he doesn't do what he needs to do, that he could be replaced by a Scotty Miller?
I don't want it to be this where when you finally pull him, it's going to be the punt that he drops, and it causes you to a momentum swing in the game, or cause you to lose a game. When you see he's been sketchy the whole time since he's been back there. He's not confident, not catching and getting upfield. It's like the biggest part of him, what it seems to me, is that he's more focused just on catching it and not getting any type of extra yardage. Hence why it was so important, and the injury hurts us, of TJ Logan.
Yeah, no, it absolutely hurts you. It does hurt you. What doesn't hurt is the fact this run defense continues to dominate. Christian McCaffrey, absolutely no impact in this game. You don't want to let him get loose, because if he does, he can call some big-time plays, and the Bucs once again doing a great job against this run game.
Yeah, let's close this thing out. Like they said, just keep the throttle going. because next week we're at 3,000 feet up at Mile High next Sunday. So let's get this one right here. Let's continue. Let's close this thing out, and then we'll get ready for the next one.
Real quick, a big-time shocker here has to be the Falcons over the Dallas Cowboys. Thanks a lot, Cowboys, for showing up at home.
A lot of injuries,
last time,
too.
what was it, 28-7, the Falcons?
But what about those injuries you were reading off, too, with the Niners?
San Francisco 49ers, they lose both of their defensive linemen, and Joey Bosa and Solomon Thomas both carted off the field, so some concern. So it's wide open right now. It's wide open, but it's not wide open with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as they're beating the Carolina Panthers 21-0 at halftime. Again, more like it. Not a great team, but once again, you got to keep your foot on their neck and got to continue to take care of the ball. Play your game. We're live here from the Deck Bar and Grill. Great food. I had my wings. I had my fair share of wings. Even got Alexander in on that action of getting wings and fries here. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up here for the great Blake Anthony of Sports Talk 49, for Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy, Best of the Bay. I'm your host, Peter Blake. Enjoy the second half of the game. You're now in the Sports Web, a sports talk show for the hardcore fan. Bring your passion, bring your excitement, just don't bring any nonsense.